What's up, guys? We're back with another rebuild. This time we're doing the Dolphins. Chris Greer has been fired. They're hiring me, Wazzy, to a 5-year contract. We have to get the championship. The Super Bowl is the #1 priority here. But there's a few things about this. A, Tua's there. B, there's nobody else. Literally the most barren wasteland of talent I've ever seen besides the middle linebackers and Byron Jones. It is nobody. Devontae Parker, Byron Jones, and the middle linebackers and Tua. That's all we got. And Mike Gesicki. I keep adding, obviously. But you get the point. Not a lot of talent. We've got to make it happen. So, let's jump right into this and take an evaluation of the team. But before we do that, if you haven't already, guys, slam that like button down below. Hit the subscribe button. I got content for Madden coming out all year. And also, comment below. Let me know your thoughts on how I did, what I could do better, and what team I should do next. As you can see, we've got a lot of work to do in the next 5 years. Offensive line, trash. Fitzpatrick, out the door. Albert Wilson, probably out the door. On the defensive end, I am going to keep Jerome Baker. I am going to probably trade away Kyle Van Noy because he is already 29 years old. And I'm going to keep Byron Jones. I mean, it's a barren wasteland of talent here. We've got a lot of work to do, guys. So the first thing I'm doing with this team is I am cutting Ryan Fitzpatrick. We're just going to get rid of him. I'll take my penalty. Let's just get him out of there. I want Tua starting. I need him to start developing immediately. Now, the only changes I made was I did cut Ryan Fitzpatrick. I'll see you guys at the midseason point. There, we're going to figure out who we're going to re-sign, and maybe I'll take a look at the draft board. See you guys then. All right, we are at the midseason point. We are 2-6. Tua has been, I'm going to guess, pretty abysmal. But hey, he's taking his bumps. He's learning. That's all right. Now let's take a look at who we're bringing back this year. So I'll go ahead and tell you guys, I'm going to bring back Devon Goodshow. I'm going to I'm going to bring back Roquan McMillan. I'm not bringing back Albert Wilson. Hack will be back. Probably not. No. Everyone else is a no. All right. So, as I said, Hack, McMillan, Goodshow, and I'm probably not going to bring back Breida just because he's he's a star. I'll bring back Breida as well. Well, we finished the season 2-14. Solid. And let's see the stats for our team. Tua, 20 touchdowns, 30th in the NFL. Man, tough year for him. No help anywhere, really. That's going to change this year. Albert Wilson still had 1,300 yards and 6 TDs. On the defensive end, Xavier Howard had 3 interceptions. Emmanuel Ogbah had 7.5 sacks. And our tackle leader was Xavier Howard with 112. I've never seen a quarterback have so many tackles. So for the yearly awards, Aaron Rodgers gets MVP. Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year is Levante David. DeAndre Swift wins Rookie of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year was Nigel Bradham. Rodgers, Kamara, Jeffrey, Kelsey, Donald, David, Griffin. In the AFC, Dory Jackson, Cam Newton, wow, Devin Bush, Joe Burrow, Patrick Queen, Newton, Henry, Sanu, Stanley, Garrett, Von Miller, and Adoree Jackson. All right, we are into the offseason, and the Patriots won the Super Bowl 45-42. Wow, I cannot believe that Cam Newton led them to the Super Bowl this year. Now, as we discussed at the midseason point, I've already re-signed everybody I needed to bring back. So all these guys are just going to be walking. Not too upset about it, to be honest with you. Albert Wilson, I would love to bring him back if he was like 26, but he's just too old. It's just going to be a burden any longer. So not coming back. I've got some big plans for some cornerbacks this offseason. So yeah, let's get into free agency. So I'll tell you guys right now exactly who I'm going to be targeting. It is going to be Alvin Kamara and Keanu Neal. Both of those would be huge gets for our team and would really help put us over the top going forward, especially to bolster that secondary with Keanu Neal. Man, wouldn't that be awesome? I'm also going to add Tark McKinley to this team as well. He's a scheme fit and way better than Christian Wilkins, so all right, so we did it. We got Alvin Kamara. We didn't get anybody else, but that's a huge get for us to get a star running back to help out Tua. Now we got to build that offensive line and find some help in the secondary. One other thing I'm going to do just for this year is I'm going to bring in Mike Pouncey, and everybody else seems to be fine just based on drafting, but I can't find a good center in the draft, which we're about to look at the draft board here in a few minutes, but yeah, Mike Pouncey I'm going to target. So we didn't get Mike Pouncey, but we're going to take a look at the draft board now. So here's what I'm targeting. I've got a few safeties and linebackers on here. This tight end's supposed to be really good. I mean, he's got some good speed. He's 6'6". That'd be a great target for Tua. I really want to possibly look at Alfonso Logan. And Caleb Floyd is someone I'm really targeting. He's got a lot of nice stats here. He's a late first rounder. We'll see what happens with him. And then Lorenzo Harper. I mean, just a workout warrior. Somebody else on our list. I know I'm targeting right now a lot of early round guys, but that's also because, well, I've got a lot of early round picks. So we've got a lot of work to do. All right, here we go. I've got the first pick in the draft, and I'm going to make my selection. I think we're going to go Caleb Floyd. 74 hidden potential. Hey, the hidden potential is key. All right, now we got the third pick. I don't know who we undressed for these picks, but we did it. Draft board. Ooh, I want to Quincy Miller. Taking Miller. Boom, 76 overall tight end. Hey, him and Gesicki paired together. That's good for me. So he's still on my draft board. Jeff Redmond, welcome to the team. 4-4-3. Man, this man's about to be a hidden potential good pick. That's another banger. We've got two huge safeties coming in. And we got another pick. Oh, man. Draft board. Lorenzo Harper? Sure. He's there too. 73 overall run stopper. Hey, I'll take it. Third round pick, we're going to take Miles Bacon. Making bacon. With the fourth round pick, we're going to take Cole Jarrett. I'll take Dwayne Coles with my next pick. And then I'm going to trade away my last two picks. I always do this just because I don't particularly care. So we'll review the team here in a few minutes, guys. Here is the team for year two. As you can see, big L on the offensive line. That's going to be the target this offseason to build up. We've got Miles Bacon, Preston Williams, Devontae Parker, Jakeem Grant. We've got Alvin Kamara now, which is a huge find. We are loaded at running back. I might trade back two of these running backs for a lineman. And then on defense, we have Redmond starting. And then I'm going to trade away Bobby McClain to get Floyd in there and get some experience. We've got Byron Jones, Kyle Van Noy, Raekwon McMillan, and Jerome Baker. I changed to a 4-3 so I can get both these guys on the field and keep Van Noy at the moment. I have Lorenzo Harper as well. But this is the team right now. I'm going to look for some trades, especially for these running backs that we have like 90 of. And I'll see you guys then. All right, I'm throwing Kyle Van Noy into this trade as well with the Jags. Ooh, so close. All right, we're going to drop Howard off of that. We're going to add a second round pick, and let's see if this will move the needle. Boom, got it. We got Bridges. He is near our new right guard. That's a huge get. We had to give up Breida and Kyle Van Noy in a second, but that's fine. All right, we're just going to try to get rid of McCain in with just a 6th-round pick, see if they'll take it. Boom, done. He's gone. We clear up some cap space, and here is the new team. Still have Jordan Howard backing up Alvin Kamara, which is fine. Bridges is now starting at right guard. And now we have Floyd and Redmond sitting there at the safety spots. Hopefully they get some great development and we can continue to build this team up. And also Harper is now been booted up to left outside linebacker. So I figured out I'm going to trade Jordan Howard to the Bengals to get me a second round pick back. And maybe 2/5. 2/5. Boom, Jordan Howard gone. We get the second pick from the Bengals. All right, guys, so we're at the midway point of the season. We are currently 2-4-1. The Bills are 0-7. Let's see what the stats are looking like so far this year for Tua. 12 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. How's Alvin Kamara doing? 5 yards per carry, 490 yards, 3 TDs. Receiving Miles Bacon with 6 TDs on the year. Huge pickup for him. Sack leader is Shaq Lawson with 3.5. Interception leader is Jerome Baker, Byron Jones, and then Xavier Howard. And the tackle leader is Jerome Baker. Now, looking at who I'm going to bring back, I'm bringing back Baker. I will probably bring back Preston Williams. I'll bring back Jason Sanders. Kalen Ballage is not coming back. And then I'll bring back Mike Gesicki as well, and then have a great 2 tight end set. Well, 2021 is over. We finished 6-9-1. And from the stats standpoint, Tua making a gradual increase. 28 TDs, 11 interceptions. Rushing, Alvin Kamara, 971 yards. Looking at the receiving, Miles Bacon had 9. Gesicki had 6. Devontae Parker had 9. Grant had 2. And Quincy Miller, my project, only had 1. On defense, Shaq Lawson had 8 sacks. Emmanuel Ogbah had 7.5. Curtis Weaver with 4. Interception leaders, wow. Byron Jones with 8 interceptions. Xavier Howard with 4. Jerome Baker with 3. McMillan with 1. And Redmond with 1. Who was our tackle leader? It was Jerome Baker. On the award front, Russell Wilson got MVP. In the NFC, he also won Offensive Player of the Year. Shaq Thompson, Ryan Doyle, Dwight Colbert, Wilson, McCaffrey, Adams, Bakhtiari. I feel like he always wins. Aaron Donald, Shaquille Barrett, Richard Sherman, and Dan Bailey. In the AFC, the best kicker was Daniel Carlson. Patrick Mahomes was the Offensive Player of the Year. J.J. Watt, Defensive Player of the Year. Miles Bacon was Offensive Rookie of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year was LaMarcus Massey. Best QB was Jackson, Henry, Hill, Stanley, Watt, Johnson, and Byron Jones. Brings home DB of the Year. All right, there you have it. The Browns win the Super Bowl in 2021, 28-20 versus the Buccaneers. Telling you what, if we get a good draft this year, this might be our year. Now, as far as negotiations, you guys already know who I re-signed. So I'm not going to go through that because I'm not re-signing anybody else. Let's move on to the offseason. All right, so I'm going to target Mike McGlinchey in this offseason. Really starting to build this offensive line because we've got a lot of issues. So Mike McGlinchey rejected our offer, and I have one more guy in mind. We'll see if we can get him. If not, this is going to be a huge blow to our offensive line. Just for this year, we're going to go after Mitchell Schwartz for 1 year, make him the offer, 94 overall, get him in there. If he stays longer, we can re-sign him, but 1 year right now is fine. All right, so we signed Mitchell Schwartz. He's a 94 overall. That's a huge get. Here, that's what we're looking at in the draft board. We've got we need one more wide receiver. And we're looking at a lot of linebackers and linemen. Apparently this Ian Peck guy, although not necessarily rated very high, is supposed to be really, really good. So we're going to keep an eye on him. And we've got to get a center. We don't have a center right now. And we have just some corners, and I just need an extra quarterback, so he's sitting there too. But it's time to head to the draft. All right, here we go. First pick of the draft. Of our draft. We're the 7th pick. I shouldn't say that. I think we're going to get Damian Green first. Or should we go with Carlos Malone and get a speed guy? That's what we're going to do. We're going to get another speed guy. Burn it on the outside. There we go. 74 overall. Speed, deep threat, wide receiver. We need a little bit of speed. Now for our second pick, we're going to take BJ Gore. 71 overall. We needed a center. With the third pick, we're going to take the defensive tackle out of UCF. With our fourth round pick, we're going to take the cornerback Eric Robertson. With the sixth round pick, we're going to take the scrambling quarterback out of TCU. All right, we are into year 3. It's 2022. We're an 81 overall now. I want to say we started at a 75. We are slowly building this team up. And here it is. Tua, an 80 overall. We've got Miles Bacon at 79. We've got a lot of speed on the outside now. We've got Devontae Parker anchoring the wide receiver core. We still have 2 holes, I would say, Mitchell Schwartz and Jackson on left tackle. Obviously, Schwartz was just a patch kind of guy where I just wanted to see if I can get him in there just to have him for this year, just to help Tua develop further. And then we've got an X Factor. Floyd is a 77 overall X Factor, so he's going to start developing like crazy. Redmond's a star. Howard's a star. The defensive line. We've got the cornerbacks. We're looking all right. And things are coming together, guys. All right, guys, we are at the midpoint of year 3. We've got to look at who we are going to negotiate with, and we also need to take a look. We are right now 2-5. As you can see, Tua has 14 touchdowns on the year. He's 15th in the NFL, and Miles Bacon has 3 TDs, 458 yards. And how's Kamara doing? Kamara has 519 yards and 5 TDs. Now, as far as players we're going to bring back, Eric Flowers might be back, but he is not getting that crazy amount he had. I'm not going to bring back Christian Wilkins. Eric Rowe's gone. Andrew Van Ginkel is gone. A lot of these guys are out off this team because there's a lot of people I don't really need as we try to strengthen our weakest points, and these are some of the weakest points of our team. So yeah, I think Eric Flowers might be the only guy we bring back, and that'll be it. All right, guys. See you at the end of the season. All right, we are at the end of year 3. Now, we ended the season 5-11, but we made some strides. Let's look at these stats. Tua was 6th in the NFL with 33 touchdowns. Alvin Kamara had 1,064 yards. Miles Bacon had a 1,000-yard season with 8 TDs. And then on defense, our tackles leader was Xavier Howard. Our sacks leader was Lorenzo Harper. And our interceptions leader was Jeff Redmond, with Howard in second. Here's a look at the yearly awards. Lamar Jackson got MVP. In the NFC, Baker Mayfield was Offensive Player of the Year. Deion Jones, Goddard, Mack, Mayfield, McCaffrey, Wire, Bakhtiari, Chase Young, Deion Jones, Dante Jackson. In the AFC, best DB was Jeff Redmond. That is huge for development. Lamar Jackson was OP. DPOY was CJ Mosley, Johnny Kennard, Austin McKinney, Lamar Jackson, Le'Veon Bell, Zach Pascal, Ronnie Stanley, DeForest Buckner, and CJ Mosley. One thing to note, I did end up re-signing Mitchell Schwartz for 1 more year, or 2 more years, excuse me, if he doesn't retire, which hopefully he doesn't, because that's a huge hole that we don't have to fill, because we still have to figure out probably left tackle and maybe center. And then on defense, as you can see, Redmond is developing, Floyd is developing. All these guys are really starting to come into their own. We need to find a left tackle, or a left end, excuse me, and a right end. I'm letting Shaq Lawson walk. I might pick him up back in the offseason, but that's where we're at right now. There you have it, guys. The Packers win the Super Bowl for year 3, 28-23 against the Chiefs. That's huge. as I'd mentioned, I'm not bringing back Shaq Lawson or Christian Wilkins. All these guys are going to be gone. I'm not bringing any of them back. So let's move on to free agency. So it looks like I'm about to go all in for year 4. I'm thinking Trent Williams, Rodney Hudson, and Brian Burns. Let's see if we can sign them. So we did get Montez Sweat because Brian Burns was a little too expensive, so we settled for Montez Sweat. So 82 overall, right end. Trent Williams actually rejected us, but we did get Rodney Hudson for 2 years at 88 overall. That's a huge signing to help bolster that offensive line. Now, I still want to see what kind of left tackles there are. So it looks like there's not a lot of options at left tackle. Let's see if there's any right tackles. Not really. Doesn't look like there's a lot of options right now at the offensive line position. I thought about signing Geno Atkins as well, but that'd be a 1-year deal, and I just feel like there's a lot of good prospects in the draft for me to pick up. So I think we're going to sit on what we have right now. Everyone's going to develop. We're going to be another year closer. There's not a lot out here, so I think that's it for the offseason for me. All right, so we're about to head into the draft. Here's my big board right now of scouted players. I really want Zach Rich. This guy is, look at this, off the charts. I may actually try to trade up and get him. Tyree Jones is also another guy that's been a hot commodity. Vernon Anderson won the Heisman, was a 2-way star. Eric Manis was also another guy people were talking about. But as you can see, it's still all line play because we still need a defensive tackle and a left end. So I've got a lot of guys on my radar. This guy missed the. He might be the guy to go get, because if you're missing the combine, you are. Here's my actual draft board. You are a big deal if you're missing the combine. Possibly, it's always a hit or miss. I've seen guys miss the combine. You draft them, they're terrible, or they're amazing. So Zach Rich is my number 1 guy on my board for me personally. I mean, look at these combine numbers: finesse move, tackle. He is a must grab prospect. All right, we're jumping into year 3, going into year 4 draft. Please be there. Please be there. No. He was taken. Dang. Man, I really wanted him. With our first pick in the 4th round, we are going to take Juwan Barrett. With our second pick, the 4th round, I think we're going to take Braxton Cartwright. This guy is, power move, hit, finesse move. That finesse move at 80 at B, that's huge. And I think, that's where we're going. We're going Braxton Cartwright. With the 3rd round pick, we're going to get crazy here. We're going to take the man a little early, but we're going to jump on this guy and see how he's looking, this right tackle. 70 overall. Hey, that's depth. Depth. Now, with our 4th round pick, I'm a little torn, but I think I am going to take this other defensive tackle and pair them together. And so they can both be there and develop, and then we can, year 5, maybe they're anchor in the middle. With our 5th round pick, we're going to take Theo Dulong. What a name. Guy is a workout warrior. And with our 6th round pick, I'm going to take the power rusher. We got a bunch of ends this game. This was not a sexy draft. Ooh, 70 overall. Hey, in the 6th round, that's a win too. Here are the details of the rookies that we drafted. Juwan Barrett was a 78 overall, 79 speed for defensive tackle. That man is flying. What else does he have? Juwan Barrett has amazing block shed and pretty decent power moves. And then our left end, Cartwright, with a 77 overall finesse move. This is, it was a lineman heavy draft, but we needed depth at every instance, and I think we got it here. So there's gonna be a few pieces that are gonna move as we go forward. Now I want to go and see what. 77 overall. Man, that would have been quite the. I might go try to trade for him. He was the first pick. He was only normal development though. All right, guys. Here is the team for year 4. We're an 88 overall offense, 83 overall defense. Look at this. I mean, our offense is coming together. Bridges is developing. Schwartz is still a 91. Hudson's an 88. Gesicki's an 85. Tua hasn't really developed how I'd like, but he's still sitting at 83 overall. Devontae Parker. Floyd is an 81. Howard's an 80. We got an 82, 80. I mean, we just got guys that just need to develop a little bit, and I think we're going to be okay. All right, as you guys can see, I traded a first, Harper, and a second for Aaron Donald. Huge get to bolster our defensive line. And we got one more trade that I'm going to get in here. We're trading for this young guy, Mac. He's a middle linebacker, run stuffer. We're going to move him over to left outside linebacker. We traded Guchow, a second round and a third for a 78 overall. All right, so we're at the midseason point. We are 3-4, and the Bills are absolutely dominating the division at 7-1. Hopefully, we can get our footing under us. I mean, we're an 87 overall now after the trades, 88 offense, 87 defense. I mean, I have built this team I don't know how much higher I can go other than this 87. Like, let's be real, man. These guys are going to develop a little bit. We might get a little bit better, but this is pretty much it. I mean, we traded for Aaron Donald. We traded for Mac. Both of them are hopefully going to develop, but this is pretty much the team. So we got a few guys to re-sign. I'm going to bring back Devontae Parker and Tua Tagovailoa, but I don't think I'm going to bring back Noah or Raekwon Davis. I don't think any of these guys are going to come back. I'm going to let a lot of these guys walk just because they're tweeners, and I'm not too worried about it. And Blake Ferguson, he's gone as well. So, as I had stated, we are going with Devontae Parker and Tua. So, we'll try to make one more big final splash in the offseason before the final season. All right, guys. So, we are at the end of year 4, and we are an 88 overall, 89 offense, 87 defense. And surprisingly, we made the playoffs at 10-6. The Bills finished 8-8. What a fall off. Let's see the season stats. Tua had 25 TDs, 11 interceptions. Rushing, Alvin Kamara had 1,200 yards. Receiving, Miles Bacon had 809 and 7 TDs. And on the defensive end, our leading tackler was Jerome Baker. Our leading sack master was Aaron Donald. And then our interceptions leader was Raekwon McMillan with 3. Let's take a look at the yearly rewards. Dalvin Allen at 79 overall won the MVP for the Bears. In the AFC, Mahomes won Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year was Rashaan Evans, Jason Garfield. Hey, Juwan Barrett won Rookie of the Year. That's huge. QB was Patrick Mahomes. Alvin Kamara, let's go. Pascal, Quentin Nelson, J.J. Watt. Evans, best DB was Rock Yin Chin. And best kicker was Harrison Butker. Now, in the NFC, Offensive Player of the Year was Roquan Smith. Offensive Player of the Year was Ryan Doyle. Offensive Rookie of the Year was Delvin Allen. Defensive Rookie of the Year was Emmett Monk. Best QB was Jordan Love. Wow. Ezekiel Elliott, Steven Sims, Bakhtiari wins it every single year. Daniil Hunter, Roquan, Okuda, and Dustin Hopkins. Now, it looks like we are going to be moving on to the divisional round of these playoffs. We're going to see what the matchup looks like. We're an 88 overall. They are an 84 overall. We are going to sim through these games. We're going to upgrade our players real quick. Whoever needs it. All right, they got that. We are now still an 88 overall. We are going to advance to the next week. Hopefully we made it to the AFC Championship game. Fingers crossed. No, we took the L. So we make the playoffs and we take the L against the Texans 38-35. Man, that's tough. All right. We got 1 year left, guys. We'll see you guys in the offseason. There you have it, guys. We lost to the eventual Super Bowl champions. The Texans win the Super Bowl in year 4, 35-14. As I had stated, I'm not bringing anybody back that's on my re-sign list. We got to save as much cap as we can for one more splash signing. So let's go into free agency. We had a few guys retire, unfortunately, so we got a lot of cap space. I'm going to target Tyron Smith right now, and I'm going to go after Stephon Gilmore. But I am going to release Xavier Howard, which I'm going to do right now, and that should clear up $12 million in cap space. There you go, guys. If I release Xavier Howard, I will free up $12.3 million in cap. Yes, I am sure I want to release him. I'm going in after Stephon Gilmore. So we ended up landing Stephon Gilmore, but we did not get Tyron Smith. So we still need to find a offensive line because our offensive line has been decimated. As you can see, we are targeting just a few holes we have. We still need a third cornerback spot. As you can see, we're targeting a few holes we still have. We still have a third quarterback spot, and so I'm going to go after Quincy Wilson. We have Jakarski Tart and Monte Nicholson for depth, and Taylor Lewan for anything because we have no left tackle. Of course, Taylor Lewan rejected us, so now we have no left tackle, but we got our depth, so we have to find a lineman, guys. All right, here's the last draft of my rebuild. We got to find an offensive lineman. We don't have a pick till the 4th round because I traded them all away for Aaron Donald and the left outside linebacker. I already picked that center. That was our first pick, and we gotta get one more lineman, and then we're just gonna hopefully make a trade or something. I don't know what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go with this guy. He looks like he's got a little bit of promise in him. 65 with hidden development. I'll take it. Whatever. All right, that's it. I'm gonna sim the rest of this draft. I don't know what we're gonna get. I don't really have a whole lot I want right now. Here is our draft recap. As you can see, offensive line heavy. I mean, there's not a lot of promise in any of these guys, but it's all I had, so gotta go with it. There you go, guys. We got Teron Armstead in a trade. We traded 2 firsts and one of our young defensive tackles to get Teron Armstead. That helps bolster our offensive line. All right, guys, here is the team for the final year. We've got a solid lineup through our right tackle. We might need to find a new right tackle. I might need to work on that here in a second. Tua is an 85. Parker, Bacon. We've got Alvin Kamara. And then on defense, we are just loaded to the brim on defense with just talent. Littered everywhere with talent. 95, 95, 89, 84, 81. All right, guys, I'll see you playoff time. We'll see if we made it. All right, guys, we gave up a few picks to pick up a right tackle because we are hurting in that spot. So now, let's see how the team looks. It should be, yeah, we're 88s across the board. We are loaded up. And we have talent on the offensive line, at quarterback, at defense. This is the final season. We've got to pull through right now if we're going to do it. All right, guys, we are at the end of the season. We ended the season 14-2. We're going to upgrade our players, see what our exact overalls are going to be at the end of this season. 88 overall, 89 defense, 88 offense. Let's check the stats. Tua, 31 TD, 6 interceptions. Kamara at almost 1,500 yards, 12 TDs receiving. Miles Bacon, 9 TDs. Devontae Parker, 6. Quincy Miller finally coming alive with 4 touchdowns on defense. This is where it's got to be, right? Jerome Baker, 110 tackles. Juwan Mack with 100 sacks. Aaron Donald had 15 sacks. Montez Sweat had 7.5. On interceptions, Juwan Mack with 4. Jakarski Tart with 4. Wow. Stephon Gilmore with 3. Caleb Floyd with 3. Byron Jones with 2. Quincy Wilson with 2. We had a lot of good pickups this offseason. Man, paying dividends. Here are the yearly awards. Jason Garfield won MVP. In the NFC, Dalvin Allen won Offensive Player of the Year. Fred Warner was Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie, TJ Johnson. Gilbert Truman, Allen, Elliott, Samuel, Martin, Bosa, Mack, and Kyle Fuller. In the AFC, Best DV was Trayvon Mullen. Offensive Player of the Year was Jason Garfield. Defensive Player of the Year was Miles Jack. Offensive Rookie of the Year was Babineau. Defensive Player of the Year was Sebastian Harris. Garfield. Kamara won rookie or running back. Pascal again with wide receiver. Offensive line was Teron Armstead. Defensive line was Aaron Donald. Linebacker was Miles Jack. All right, here we go. It is time to sim through this final 3 games and see if we are able to win the Super Bowl. Let's do it. All right, guys, there you go. We beat the Colts 24-9. It's time to move on to the Titans. We're 14-2. Our team is still an 88 overall, Whew, let's get this win. Please get this win. Please get this win, boys. Please get this win. Come on, come on. Let's go. We won 28-9. Let's go. We got some upgrades going. Juwan Mack. Matt Bridges in 87. That's even huge. That's even bigger. Still an 88. All right, we're going on to play the Cowboys in the Super Bowl. Let's see the matchup. Here's the matchup. 88 versus 88. We've got the Freight Train against Aaron Donald. We've got Amari Cooper versus Stephon Gilmore. We've got DeMarcus Lawrence against Alvin Kamara. What a game. We have to win this. I hope we win this. Fingers crossed we get this dub. It would be huge. I'm going to do my final upgrades to my team. Maybe this will help put us over the top a little bit. And wish me luck. Here we go. Let's go. We got the win. 28-21. We brought the Dolphins back from obscurity. Let's go. That is awesome, guys. We did it. And I don't know who retired or what happened, but we went down real quick. But we got the win. 28-21. That is huge. If you haven't already, guys, hit the subscribe button. Let me know what team you want me to do next. And until next time, as always, stay golden.